Hey there, boys and girls. Today we're going to be doing the Kefka series boss battle from Final Fantasy VI. One of my personal favorite fights in the game, just because of the music. Final Fantasy VI, Kefka, it's just really awesome. The missions are use no more than 5 items. Defeat him with a limit burst, kill him within 20 turns. Go down here and find us another rain friend. First, we've got Lena. She's basically just here for her element protection and stop immunity. You just need some spirit and some hit points. Go with her. Charlotte's going to be our lone tank today. She's going to be magic tanking, giving us that big mitigation to her limit burst. She's got passive provoke on. That way Kefka focuses on her. Myra, she's here to do all the things that Myra does. I mean, really, she's one of the MVPs for this fight. She's going to give us damage reduction. You know, when we're getting to Kefka, she's going to be giving us an imperil, Myra buffs, and all that good stuff. Like, she's just really wonderful for this fight. We're taking Summerfina and Lid as our breaker. Really, any breaker would work right here. I'm just taking Fid because she's kind of like our baseline. I UOC'd Edgar the other day. I contemplated on using him, but I want to show it with Fid at least one time. And then we've got Rain. Take note of the Rain build here. This is kind of what you're shooting for whenever you're trying to kill a human with Rain. I've got the Aegeon arm on. I've got his Chest Master on. And what I did was equip a Martial Glove because I've got Elena STMR. And then I put the Man-Eater Plus on and 2 LB damage materials. I see a lot of people still running him with like a 2-hand sword. I mean, if the target's a human, then that fist is still better. Duncanstein set us up a really nice Rain as well. He's got the fist and you know, basically the same gear. He's got a STMR that I don't have on. Give us some more human killer. Let's give it a go. What you need to know, like kind of going up to Kefka, I don't know, these bosses do things, and I'm sure if you take more turns to kill them, like, you'd have to kind of look at their mechanics and whatnot. But really with Rain, I haven't had any problems like taking him out. What you want to try to achieve right here is just keeping Rain's MP pretty high, because you're going to take one turn, consume a lot of MP, and then LB. So you want to make sure that you're doing as much as you can to replenish his mana back. So with Lena, we'll do the element protection. We'll magic cover with Charlotte. And then with Myra, I'll do intro. And then I want to do roaring crowd. That's going to give us damage reduction. Just kind of make sure Charlotte survives nice and easy. Let's see here. With Fid, we need to... I want to do the beach parasol. And then the ultimate siesta. That beach parasol is going to give us a little bit of MP back, which is nice. And I'm just going to do the regular old thing with Rain. Get him powered up. Another thing you kind of want to get accomplished right here is you want to make sure everybody's got, you know, a good limit burst gauge filled up when you go into the final fight with Kefka himself. Shouldn't really be any problem filling up your bars on these guys, because you got 3 of them. The music is by far the best part of this encounter. Alrighty, so nothing too major there. We'll let Lena's things go off. Go ahead and get this guy out of the way. I mean, Rain just plows through them. Crazy. And you can see, like, he's on a little bit of an MP deficit. We're going to take a little bit of extra care of him on these last 2 right here. There will be triple saber. Can't talk this one. Oh, basically this is just a repeat of what we did on turn 1. Oh, took some damage that round. If you can get some Fire, Ice, and Thunder resist on Charlotte, that's good. Don't feel like you need to go like all out for that. Spirit, I feel like, is more important with her. But you know, if you can get it, you can. Let's see here. With Fid, I'm just doing this for the MP. Is the only reason I'm doing this. We'll do a double beach parasol. And with Lena, we will double cast her MP recovery. Get Rain's limit burst ready. We'll go ahead and send them two off. Get her MP back. I'll be the boss. You see, we got all of our LB gauges full right here with everybody else. That's good news. Make sure whenever you're kind of plowing through these guys, you don't just repeat and not break one of them or something like that with Fid. Terrible. All right. Status immunity back. Beach parasol. Gesta. Power up Rain one more time. I love listening. Let's repeat here. I think this boss heals himself, herself, itself. Yeah, it's a guy. Got like a six-pack going on there. These counters out of the way. Good. Same thing we did on turn 2 at the last boss. We'll try to recover as much MP as we can. And same thing with Lena. Gets boy out. That's so nice. That's such good damage. Now for the main attraction. It's God Kefka. I love this guy. Greatest villain in Final Fantasy history right here. Oop. Where do they come from? Where do they go? If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I just killed the vibe right there. Oh shit. Alrighty, so he starts out with a big gravity attack. It's gonna drop everybody. That was so corny. I'm sorry. I apologize. He's gonna drop everybody's hit points real low. With Myra, we'll do a hit single and an intro. We want to LB with Charlotte right off the bat to get some mitigations. With Lena, we definitely want to get our immunities going. And with Fid, we're going to do a heal and break the boss. Now, if you're not using Fid, like, I think just the heal from Myra will be just fine. We'll see. Let's see, Charlotte's got 13,000 hit points. With just that, so I don't think Kefka will hit much harder than that. And we'll power up our Rain. That's just one reason why I really like Fid. I mean, she's just so handy to top everybody off while she's doing her job. Charlotte should take less than 10,000 points of damage here. Yeah, wasn't too bad. I think she could live with just the Myra's heals. Alrighty, now right here, this is kind of specific to how I'm doing this with Rain. We're going to take the boss to 50% with all the damage in the freaking world. If you're not doing that, this fight changes significantly for you. So just keep that in mind. But I don't think most people will have a problem building a Rain, you know, to kind of do this. So you're alright. When the boss goes to 50, all he's going to do is buff himself. So you don't really have to worry about anything too much right here. This is kind of a free turn for some of your guys. So we'll get some MP back with Fid. We'll get Charlotte. Do Knight's Command. Just go ahead and LB this guy. And I guess with Lena, we'll just refresh that. And with Myra, we'll do an interlude. And I want to do an MP recovery. I mean, you can see that I'm taking like great care to make sure that Rain's, you know, functional the whole time. So he's going to do a buff. Don't worry about dispelling it. He's going to end turn. That's it. Now on the next turn, what we're going to get, if you don't push him below 40, which we're not going to, really I don't care where his hit points is at. Like I would prefer him to stay above 40 myself, because we're going to go. We're just waiting on Soul Blood to come back off cooldown, and then we're going to kill him. He's going to do like a big magic nuke this turn, and he's going to dispel himself. So whatever you want to do to kind of protect yourself, that's fine. Like I said, we got 2 turns on Soul Blood, so we got plenty of time, you know, to wait on that. He also has the mitigation this turn, so I mean, you really, like, honestly, it's not going to do you a whole lot of good to, you know, kind of barrel into the guy. Let's just do a barrier. Doesn't really matter. We'll have Charlotte defend. Let Lena redo her thing. Oh, buttons. Do a main verse. Like I said, you're getting dispelled this round. So a lot of these things that you're doing is not really going to help you out too much. There's a big nuke on Charlotte, and there's the dispel. Now the mitigation's down this turn. So, you know, if you're doing it like I am, just kind of be careful of your damage on him. I like to keep him above 40. I just think it's easier. Soul Blood comes up next turn. You know, you can just do a Blaze Saber. I really don't even hit him that hard. Let's just do a Blaze Saber with this ring. If your rains are maybe a little bit weaker, you could work him down a little bit more. Closer to 40. You can go below 40. Nothing. I mean, you're not gonna like die or anything if you do that. I know how potent these rains are, and they can take care of it. Let's do an outro and a hit single. Fid really don't have anything to do this turn. Recovery. Get Lena to get our immunities back. I mean, you'll see some damage going out right here. Big nuke on Charlotte. That's kind of why I like trying to keep those barriers rolling. Just makes things a little bit more comfortable for me. Right here, I mean, you've got your immunities from Lena, your full hit points. The boss has 2 turns on his break, like you're good to go there. We're just going to get Lena to give us some, you know, some resistances, like, not resistance. A spirit buff and mitigations, magic mitigations and whatnot, so we use our latent ability. We use some dancing on the water to get some resistance. We'll defend with Charlotte, just kind of keep her safe. And let's see. I'm going to do a hit single, guess an intro, kind of wrap around to that. We've got triple cast still. Soul Blood's off cooldown, so we're going to go for the kill next turn. You can do whatever you want. Soul Blood. We'll do a barrier. Like I said, I just like protecting myself right here. What'd I do? We go through this again. Blaze Saber. Soul Blood. Sounds good. And with this one, do Blaze Saber. Soul Blood. Soul Saber. Sounds pretty good. Shouldn't hurt the boss too bad. It's kind of a free turn for Fid. Whatever you need to do here. I mean, she could limit burst or whatever. Parasol. Good. Alright, so we got our range charged up. It's really important what we do with Myra next turn, so we make sure we get the kill. So make sure you pay attention. You got to get the Imperil onto the boss. Big nukes go out this round. That's why I thought it was important to kind of get those mitigations up with Lena. Helps keep everybody safe. Probably not required, but safe than sorry. Another thing too, like we've got we've got 2 in truss. We've got Lena and Myra. So, for example, if your rains don't one-shot right here, the only thing the boss is going to do is buff himself and end turn. So you've really got 2 turns to do this. And since we've got the entrust, you know, we can definitely get it done. So if you come up a little bit short, don't freak out. Like, you've got a backup plan. We're going to use Piercing Voice for the fire imperil. Let's go ahead and break the boss so I don't forget. Just in case we don't one-shot, we didn't use any items. We're going to go for the LB kill. Give it a go. Yep, he's gone. But like I said, you're good if you don't take him out right there. You've got Lena, entrust 1 rain, Myra, entrust the other rain, just LB again, fight's over. You're covered. Probably the hardest thing is making sure you go from 100 to 50 like I did. Shouldn't be a problem if you've got, you know, the proper setup. That's about that for the fight. It's a lot easier for global, you know, because we had rain right now. That's kind of cool. I think Senzar did a Terra clear, so he should have went through some more of the like fight specific mechanics. I'll link his video in my comments. You guys, you know, don't have rain or want to use something else, like, it'll be there. Today is Thanksgiving. If you're watching on the day of the recording of the video, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I'm very thankful for everybody that comes and hangs out with me on the Discord, on my stream, all the nice YouTube comments I get. I really appreciate you guys. It does mean a lot to me. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. Happy holidays. Toodaloo.